Good evening to all. So today I'm going to handle Introduction to Microeconomics, the Chapter-1 for the 9th standard. So I think in the previous year we had studied about what is economics and definition, meaning of economics. Now in this chapter I'm going to brief you what is microeconomics, just the introduction about microeconomics. So here, if you take India, we will be studying, we'll be having Indian economy. There are the setup of the country is different in the world. Like for example, you take there are three setups. One is developed countries, developing countries, and underdeveloped countries. So in this manner, you will be having each and every country. They will be having um, they will be having different economies. Like for example, if you take India, we have Indian economy, which is a developing economy. If you take European countries, they will be having a developed economy. If you take underdeveloped countries, they will be having underdeveloped economy. So economy is different from economics. So before going into microeconomics, I will tell you what is economy and uh, how this economy uh, it's working out in a country. So like in a country, the economy will be said to be a system which provides the people the means to work and earn a living. So the daily activities of the people, how they work, they earn the money. So in that case, you see, each and every economy, whether it is a developed economy, developing economy, and underdeveloped economy, each economy will be having a process called production. The second one is consumption, and the third one is capital formation or investment. So what is production? What is consumption? What is investment? So it will be production. It is nothing but the process of transformation of unfinished commodity into a finished commodity. So where this process it will take place? It will take place in all the sectors in an economy. Like for example, if you take Indian economy, we have three sectors. One is agricultural sector, second one is manufacturing sector, and the third one is tertiary sector. We call it as primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. Primary, it is nothing but agricultural sector. Secondary, it is nothing but the manufacturing sector. And the third one is tertiary, which is also called as the infrastructural development, we can say. So, in each and every sector, we have the process of production. You see, agricultural production will take place in the primary sector. Manufacturing process will happen in the manufacturing production will happen in the secondary sector. And in the tertiary sector also, the production is takes place. Tertiary sector, it is nothing but the educational sector, service sector, infrastructural development, all those things. So how this production is taken? The process of production, consumption, capital formation, it will not be the same in all the economy. The process of production will not be same in India and in Australia and in other European countries and in China. The China economy will be different. Indian economy will be different. Though the population also same, the production it differs. The production it depends upon the resources available in a country. So the economy it will be each and every country's economy it depends upon the production, consumption, and capital formation. In consumption it is nothing but once the production is done, the product it has to be consumed by the people. So the first process, when the first process gets over, the second process is consumption. So we consume commodities in our day-to-day life. So in a day, we use n number of commodities. All those commodities, it is consumed by us, and after why we consume, we want commodities. Apart from the need, we want so much of commodities to utilize in our day-to-day life. So once the utilization completes, the satisfaction, the consumption completes, the utilization will be occurring. So that kind of process we call it as consumption. Even the producers also will be consuming the commodity. The production, second one is consumption, and the third one is capital formation. So capital formation or the investment, it is nothing but once we earn income, we save money and we invest the money either in production or in consumption. So, like for example, now the people they are very much interested in investing the money in the stock market. So that kind of activity also it happens in an economy. So all these three kinds of process it happens in an economy. So why I'm telling you the economy, we are discussing about the economy because this economy it decides the economics. Okay. So here, for example, you take there is a boy who gets $1,000 as a gift from his father. So if the parents obviously the parents they give packet money for the children to enjoy their birthday. So which we call it as sources, money sources available in the hands of an individual. So, and he is having the options. Once you get the packet money, you will be thinking of how to spend the money, how to, in what way to spend the money to get the utilization, to get the satisfaction. So, if your parents is giving 1,000 rupees in your hands, what immediately you will be thinking, what commodity to consume, what commodity to consume. Like for example, there are a lot of commodities which is available in the market because once the production gets moved on, the products, all the products it will be available in the market for consumption. So here in this age, what are all the things which is coming into his mind? Shoes. For example, I'm telling you, the individual he will be very fond of purchasing shoes, or he may be fond of purchasing clothes, or he may be very much interested to spend the money for a party with his friends. Or otherwise, some individual they will be very much interested in consuming the books. Some other they will be spending lot of money for their games. Okay, and apart from this, there are so many options will be available for an individual in the market. You see, there are so many options available for an individual to spend the money. So in that case, what happens though? But the available money in his hand is only $1,000. But the options is unlimited. So which we call it as unlimited want. His want is unlimited. But the available resources it is very much limited. So what happens when the unlimited want is more than the limited resources, which we call it as demand is more than the supply. So at that time, what will happen? The scarcity will arise. So this kind of situation will arise in the developing country like Indian economy. Indian economy. So this scarcity, it does not, we cannot find lot of this process in the developed economy. But this kind of scarcity will be more in the underdeveloped country and developing country like Indian economy. Okay, so here as we have seen, there are unlimited wants for an individual with limited resources. uh, the scarcity will arise. As scarcity is nothing but, as I told you, the demand for the commodity will be high, whereas the supply it will be very low. Why the supply is very low? Because of lack of production, and lack of production, the demand also on the other side it increases. Where the supply is very less, the scarcity it arises. So this is a basic problem. The scarcity is a basic problem in an economy like India. So here, this why this economic problem, as I told you, why this economic problem it arises because of more choices. Whereas there is only limited wants, it is unlimited. When you get a packet money, you will not be your mind will not, it will be wavering what commodity to purchase. For today, if your parent is giving 50 rupees for a packet money, then you will be going to canteen in the school, and so many commodities will be available in the canteen, and you will be having a confusion to what commodity to purchase, what commodity to consume. Okay, and your preference, finally you will be preferring. So the availability of more commodities, we call it as choices is more, but you will be having only 50 rupees. Okay, so that kind of situation arises in a country like India. So that's why we have more of scarcity, and which is a very important economic problem. Okay, so here, what is the reason behind the economic problem? As I told you, scarcity of resources. Scarcity of resources, it is there in the agricultural sector, in the manufacturing sector, and in the tertiary sector. So the resources, it may be natural resources, it may be man-made resources also. Okay, so that is in detail we will be studying in the next coming chapters. Okay, so the first major reason behind the economic problem is scarcity of resources. The second one is unlimited human wants. As I told you, the individual boy, he is having only the other 1,000 rupees, but in the market there are so many commodities are there. We call it so many choices, so many options are there, and he is having the confusion how to spend the limited resources available with him to consume the commodity. And there are one more important reason behind the economic problem is alternative uses. Alternative uses, it is nothing but the commodity, the alternative commodity which is used to satisfy a given want. Like for example, there are alternative commodities, like if an individual is having the habit of consuming tea, and suddenly if the production of the particular commodity is limited, then he will be having the alternative consumption of consuming coffee. So alternative commodity will be available. So for the bread, you will be having the alternative commodity of butter, jam, peanut butter, etc. So that kind of commodities we call it as alternative user. So these are all the three reasons behind the arise of economic problem of a country. So and altogether we call all those things is the demand, it is higher than the supply. Always the demand will be there. Okay, so in a country like a developing country like India, we have massive population, and the demand for the commodity among the people in every day it differs, and it is keep on increasing. Whereas on the other side, the production in all the three sectors, it is not increases in a progressive manner. That's why the supply it is decreasing. Okay, so when the demand is not equal to supply, then the scarcity will arise. Then which leads to the economic problem. Okay, then that's why they call economics as a social science, which studies the way in which a society chooses to use its limited resources to satisfy the unlimited wants of various sectors of the economy. Here, various sectors, as I told you, there are three main sectors in an Indian economy. One is primary sector, where more people they depend upon agriculture. The second sector is the manufacturing sector. Then the third one is the infrastructural tertiary sector, which includes health, education, infrastructure. Okay, so here we see economics. Uh, uh, when you see economics, there is no a simple branch. We have two major divisions, or we can call it as branch of economics. One is microeconomics and the second one is macroeconomics. How we segregate and how we look into microeconomics and macroeconomics, it has a vast difference. Micro, by the name itself, you can understand that micro means very small. This economics, it's in the beginning, it is derived from the Greek word called micro. Micro, it is nothing but small, whereas macro, it is nothing but the large. So that's why we call both the branches of economics as a microeconomics and macroeconomics. And how we define microeconomics and macroeconomics, the second one is meaning, how we define microeconomics. As I told you, if we study an individual's day-to-day activities, then we call that as a microeconomics. If we study the aggregate of all the activities of group of people, we call it as what? Macroeconomics. Then you see, like for example, you see an individual's demand. Like for example, if my monthly income is 50,000 rupees, I have an income of 50,000 rupees. How my demand for the commodity according to my income, my demand, it may be increasing every year, every month, if my income increases. Then if you take another person who is not earning money at all, who is not having income at all, among him, how the demand for the commodity it will be, the demand it will be very, very less. If you take another person who is earning more of 50,000 rupees, how the demand among him it will be increasing. So the demand and supply of an individual person, it will not be the same. It depends upon how he is having the money in his hand, how his taste and preference is there, and other indicators. So by combining all the things, we study microeconomics. Then here macroeconomics as a whole, how the demand for the commodity in the society, how the demand for vegetables, if the price of the commodity increases, how the aggregate demand for the aggregate, it is nothing but the total demand for the commodity in this particular place. So in a particular place, more people will be there. How the demand for the commodity among the people in a particular state or in a particular country. Okay. So if we study all those demand, supply, income, consumption, all those indicators in an aggregate way, we call that as a macroeconomics. Then what are all the other names for micro and macroeconomics? Here, price theory. Under microeconomics, we study price theory, individual price theory of a with the help of the particular indicators. Okay, so not only price theory, we study income theory, expenditure, distribution, all those things. If we study in an individual part, then it is known as microeconomics. Then next we come to macroeconomics. How we study macroeconomics? If you want to know the income of the country, the average income of a country. If we want to know the average income of particular group of people, then if we want to study the employment, okay, how the employment rate of today in our country. So if we study all those indicators in an aggregate manner, then we call those studies as a macroeconomics. Then you see how you study this microeconomics, maybe for example theories, then you have, when you want to study the, like for example, if you want to study the price theory under microeconomics, then you have to keep all the other macro variables as a constant. Then only you will get a proper conclusion or the proper result for your theory. The next you come to the macroeconomics. When you want to study the aggregate income, aggregate consumption, aggregate production, aggregate employment, then you have to keep the micro variables as a constant. Then only you will get a proper result for the other areas. Okay, so this is what we segregate microeconomics and macroeconomics. Okay, as I have given some of the examples, I told you the examples also like microeconomics for microeconomics and macroeconomics, individual income, individual output, and for macroeconomics, national income, national output. So here this is very, very important. The study of individual income and individual output, so that is the study of microeconomics, it is very, very important because only if an individual income increases, what will happen? No, the individual expenditure will increase. So when my income increases, then my consumption, if as I told you, if my income is 50,000 rupees, according to the income, my consumption will happen. So if that is very high, then if that is very high, what will happen? I will spend lot of money in consuming commodities. So in me, what happens? The income, if the income increases, the consumption will increase. So once my consumption increases, what happens? No, my expenditure, my savings investments also it will be increasing, and finally my standard of living also it will be increasing. So studying about an individual's activity, it is very, very important. Then you come to macroeconomics. This macroeconomics also it is very important because the after like if once you study more about the national income, national output, then only they come to know how the people they are earning income. Obviously, more high income people will be there, middle income people will be there, low income people also will be there. So there are so many sets of people are there in an economy. So if we aggregately, if we study the income of an individual, then it is very much useful for us to study the national income. So how the income from an individual, the country is getting, and how the national income, it is whether it is increasing or decreasing, or it is in a progressive way, or it remains stable. All those conditions, situations will come to know only we study the aggregate national income. So once the aggregate national income increases, the development of a country also it will be decreasing, because if the government is earning more income from the individual by collecting taxes, for example, by collecting taxes, direct tax, it will be indirect taxes also. So once the country is collecting more of income from the people, obviously with the help of the income they do expenditure again for the welfare of the people. So that's why we study the macroeconomics. So under macroeconomics, the main major indicator is national income, national output, and with the help of national income, the government they calculate the GDP level. Okay, so these are all the two difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. So now what we have seen, uh, under the introduction of microeconomics, we have seen how an economy will be, how an economic system it will be. Okay, so in all the countries, so mainly we focus on Indian economy, how the system it is in our economy. So once the system is not working out properly, we need to find out what is the problem behind the economic system. So the problems we have seen and how to overcome all the systems will be seen in the coming chapter. Thank you.